Welcome back. Today we'll be discussing on empowering rape victims in Nigeria. And joining me to discuss it is Fatima Ada Ishaku, an author and an advocate for rape victims. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's certainly my pleasure. You are a beautiful woman with a beautiful story, and a lot of people want to hear the story, which is quite inspiring, you understand, because you've been able to rise up against all odds. So what inspired your journey into becoming an author and an advocate for rape victims?
And today, it wasn't me. It was like, anytime I think of how he picked me up and tried to say, okay, Fatima, this is your journey. This is who you are. So he's an American professor that helped me discover my inner strength. So anytime I think of it, it just...
Wow, I see. All right. Now, how did you manage to actually break that stigma that comes with being a rape victim? Because you are a rape victim and, of course, based on your experience, you were able to rise up against being a rape victim and you have a story to tell, you understand, which you've been telling the whole world and you're still telling that story. So how did you manage to break that stigma, that perception, you understand, that people have for people who have been sexually abused?
Okay, like he told me, he said, you know what, when you listen to what people say about you, when you look at the humiliation, the mockery, the stigma, you will move forward in life. The best thing for you to do is to focus on where you're going to, which I did. It wasn't an easy thing for me to do though, but I remain focused. I remain truthful to what I want. Because now I'm loving what I'm doing. So the stigma means nothing anymore to me. I've developed that thick skin. Even though sometimes I see the scar that was being inflicted on me, it still brings back that sad memory of what I went through in the hand of my mom and her husband. But my focus now is what is important for me and it's what is helping me to break every stigma.
I see.
And I'm going to break every barrier.
Exactly. You're breaking every stigma. You're
Yes.
breaking every barrier. Now, you wrote a book titled I Called Him Dad.
Yes.
Okay, which...
My pleasure.
Exactly. That's wonderful. Now, were you ever afraid when you decided to take that bold step to write this book? Would you say because you actually wrote it in the United States of America, that was what gave you the courage? Because I mean, that's the land of the free.
Okay, I will still say it again. With the help of, it's not about writing this book in America. It's about the encouragement I got, the support I got. They gave me a reason why I need to write this book. I only went to America for my friend movie premiere and for vacation. I didn't go because I want to write a book. There is something he told me that I needed to hear. He convinced me that I need to write this book. I need to tell my story to the world. That way other victims, excuse me, can be able to come out, speak out and break the silence. So it's a fight that I need to fight for myself and fight for my fellow victims.
I see. Now, what kind of reaction did you get, when you actually tell your story? What was the first kind of reaction you got when you decided to tell your story for the first time?
With some friends, like some of my friends, GTA, Princess, and other people, it's just a hug. They just give me, like a genuine hug goes a long way. They just hug you and like, we're in this together.
Exactly.
But some other group of friends that I had were mockery. You need to keep quiet. Stop telling the world that they raped you. It's a shameful thing. Don't even tell us. We don't even want to hear it. It got to a point that I started losing friends. They don't want to be my friend anymore.
I see.
Because I was raped. They don't want my stigma to be associated with them. So they don't want me around them. They want me, go. Same thing with relationship. To engagement call up because I said I was raped. Oh, sorry, my mother will not accept. It's a taboo. I don't want curse upon my life and my children. You can't be raped by the same man that married your mother. But one thing I believe in life that's always God will always put people in your path
Exactly.
that will help you achieve your purpose. That will love you with everything. That will say, you know what? If the world want to stigmatize you, then it stigmatize the both of us. And I'm so grateful to God that those are the friends that God gave to me. Those are the friends that stood by me, and those are the friends that I have. And those are the friends that I love, because those are the ones that stood by me, not the ones that abandoned me and say, don't write the book, don't tell the world your story. Do you know a lot of friends told me when my first publisher died? You know, my friends told me not to write this book.
They discouraged
Yes.
you.
A lot of people discouraged me not to write this book.
Imagine that.
So that we'll hang out together, but I say, okay, I'm going to do it. They will hang out, they don't hang out with me anymore. They see me as
They had a perception
Yes,
about you,
about
and
me.
they wanted to, step
Yes,
away
yes.
from you.
So those are why the people that stood by me are the people that I have in my book. Now they want to say, okay, Fatima, congratulations, I'm happy for you. We need to see, we need to talk. I don't want you anymore in my life, because when I needed you more, you were not there for me. You didn't help me. I'm not telling you to buy me the word. I'm just saying I need a friend to talk to. So people will always mock you when you pass on the street. Among the stigma I got in my life was the one of an old woman. One time I went to her salon, and a woman said, okay, they asked of her child, and she said, oh, my boyfriend is taking care of her, bathing her. And I told her, I said, man, your boyfriend, you're not married to, is bathing your daughter. Please go back now.
Imagine
and I told her
that.
my story. She ran. Luckily for her, I didn't even start bathing
Imagine that.
the baby.
Exposing your child to something like that.
So the next day, that day, she started calling people. When I passed, they started mocking me. They raped her, small picking. An elderly woman, she's 60,
Imagine that.
mocking me. You understand me? So after she had, I wrote a book. Now she said, telling me that she's proud of me. She now started exposing me to the world. When I passed, they start mocking at, start laughing at me.
Imagine.
This one don't get body again now. They don't finish her from small picking. A mother, a grandmother.
Imagine.
How can you mock me?
That
with my
should
pain?
even know better.
Yes. So why don't we support ourselves in this country? Why do we allow somebody else from outside the world to pick us up and say, you know what, do this? When people heard my story in Nigeria, they could have said, Fatima, you know what? You need to tell your story. You need to help victim. But no, they want me to shut up. And that is something that's happened to victims all over in Nigeria today.
Exactly, that perception. That was why I said, how can one, break that stigma that comes with it? That's why a lot of people are afraid, Fatima, to come out and say, I'm a rape victim. I was once sexually abused. You understand? And that is why for someone like you who is a rape victim, you can stand out. You understand? Stand up and empower a lot of sexually abused girls and even boys too. It's not just for only women as well.
Boys and girls.
All right. So now let's take a look at this. How can we bridge the gap in gender equality? You understand? Because that's something major, most especially in this part of the world where they believe that the woman is supposed to be seen and not heard. You understand? Although in this 21st century, things are revolving, and of course, women are standing up for their own rights. But it seems like there's still some, areas that need to be bridged. You understand? So how can we bridge the gap?
Rape victim or non-rape victim, as long as she's a female,
Exactly.
give her the opportunity to serve. Let her voice be heard. Like I keep telling the world, I'm not a feminist. I'm not, but I'm standing up for women. But give women the opportunity to serve. Let them be leaders.
Exactly.
Not just being a wife in the kitchen. Men and women are not equal. We're not.
Exactly.
God has always made it so. I don't believe that men and women are equal. No. But in terms of job, a woman and a man can have the same job. Sometimes women are more intelligent than some men. I can give an instance, but I don't want to start mentioning names. We have powerful women in this country, in the world today, in Africa, mostly in Nigeria, that are known all over the world. They've attained a position where some men cannot attain. So we should not just make women, okay, you should be in the kitchen. Educate the girl child. Empower a girl child. Don't always feel that, okay, they need to be in the kitchen. No, empower her, give her education. She want to be a lawyer, let her be a lawyer.
Exactly. Empower the girl child.
She want to be a doctor, let her be a doctor. You say, you know what? I don't want to be any of this. I want to get married and be a full housewife. It is her own choice. But society should not define
Exactly.
her future
Her
for
future
her.
and all of that. Well, I mean, Fatima, this has been so interesting. We can go on and on, even regarding this your book. We're still, hitting the surface. We haven't even gotten
making me laugh too
into,
much,
we
you know.
haven't, yes,
Yeah.
you need to laugh. You
You're
need to
making
laugh
me laugh.
because you've made
My
it.
laugh is very
You've made
contagious.
it, you understand. People who were running away from you are now coming to you because they want to hear your story. They want to be
Yeah.
inspired by your story. All right. So right now we need to go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
All right.
We're going on a short break right now. We'll be right back.